Well, Carl, definitely a tale of two halves, that roaring comeback. What did you say to the boys at half-time?
Yeah, you can say that I wasn't very happy at half-time. Look, yeah, the first half and even, part of, the earlier this in the second half, our intensity was just not at the level that it needed to be. We played the game too much on their terms in the tempo that they wanted to play, and we didn't want to play from the beginning at that tempo, and you saw that in the last, 25, 30 minutes when we lifted our tempo and played with a lot more, I suppose, energy that we, got the goals that I believe we deserved.
What was that catalyst for the uplifted intensity? Just you yelling from the bench? Did one of the boys have a word? What do you think it was?
Yeah, it was just the increase of playing the ball quicker, playing more forward and having more pressure on the ball. The first half we didn't put any pressure at all on the ball. So once that sort of lifted in the second half, then, we got a lot more control of the game.
I mean, it's become a bit of a trope now, Adelaide United and second half comebacks and dramatic late comebacks. Does it give you a level of, I know as a coach you'd never prefer to be in that situation, but there's a level of confidence there that even if you do go down, you trust your side to get back into it?
Yeah, most definitely. Look, we push the boys quite hard on the way that we want to play and having that belief that that winning mentality. And we didn't see it in the first half, but as you say, the boys, sort of at half-time, they got a little bit of a kick up the backside and they came out in the second half and lifted and played, where we expect them to be. And
got asked, a lot of contention. Nestor, come on, he's gotten an assist, but a lot of talk that maybe he was very lucky to avoid a second yellow card as well. Do you think he was fortunate? No, not at all. He's challenged, made a challenge for the ball. Yeah, he's made contact with the ball, but he's made contact with the player. It's a foul, but I don't think it's worthy of a second yellow to send someone off. I think that this year far too many red cards have been handed out in the league and ruined too many games. We want all players from both teams to stay on the pitch so we can see a good game.
He was one of a few substitutes that came on and really seemed to change the whole dynamic of the game. How proud were you of the effort or the impact that your subs had in that second half? Yeah, most definitely. I think, as you said, Nestor and Josh Cavallo, when they came on, they lifted the intensity, which then dragged everyone else to play up at that level. So that's, a credit to those boys that, don't get a lot of minutes. Nestor doesn't get a lot of minutes. Josh hasn't had a lot of minutes this year. But they, put the team first and went out there and fought hard for the team. I thought, I'm not sure if you saw it this way, but I think as the game wore on, guys like Goodwin and Clough really start to work their way into the game as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Look, we knew as the game went longer that we would be able to come over the top of them physically, because we know that the last 2 weeks they've played 2 games in extreme heat. So we know that takes a toll on the body, and we knew that if we lifted our tempo and played, that they would find it difficult as the longer the game went on, because it's very difficult to play the previous 2 games that they had in those heat conditions.
As Joey already said, you obviously don't want to go down 2-0, but the fact you came back and won 3-2, I think 3 goals in the space of 17 minutes or something, where's that in the context of the season and this season itself? Where's that rank in the wins you guys?
Yeah, look, it's it's, as you say, to come back from 2-0 down away from home and win, that's got to be right up there, especially from our away games. But we've had some good performances, away to Sydney, to come away with a draw in Sydney when we were down to 10 men for a long time. And then, our game at home to Melbourne Victory was also a very good game. But that's, that's a level that we have to try and achieve for every game and for the whole 90 minutes.
Just wanted to get back to what you said about Josh before. Obviously, he hasn't played a lot this season. I mean, everybody knows his name, but predominantly not because of what he does on the pitch. And he's had the spleen issue early this season, which hasn't helped him. What does he need to do in training on the pitch to start getting these more minutes and keep developing as a footballer?
Yeah, it's just a matter of opportunities, and Josh knows that. Josh knows that I have a lot of trust in him. That's why he is always involved in the matchday squads, because he has that energy, he has that drive. And it's just been unfortunate. He started in the team last season and then got picked up an injury in COVID at a bad time, and then Ryan Kiddo came in at the left back and has been, one of our best players in the last 18 months. So it makes it very difficult. So then Josh has to, we've tried to play him a little bit more in midfield this year as well. So it's just a matter of opportunities for him, and he took his opportunity today. He was fantastic for us. He was one of the main reasons why we got back into the game.
And injuries or fitness concerns coming out of this one?
No, look, the only the sort of concern we had was going into the game. Hiroshi had gastro this morning, so we didn't think he was actually going to play, but he managed to step up and play. But you could see he was a little bit flat out there today.
Just one more. I just thought, what kind of belief will this give the team? Knowing that you guys can come back from such a deep hole throughout for the rest of the season, now you find yourself third on the ladder?
Yeah, look, it's definitely, especially when we're getting to this, I think we've got 10 games left, so it's getting very tight now. There's a lot of teams that are jostling for positions in and around the six. There's a lot of good teams outside the six, so it's important that you keep getting the points, because you don't want to get into those battles later in the season where you have to get the points. So it's important that we keep that distance. No worries, thanks guys.